Oh, it started live streaming already? Been live streaming for 17 seconds. I didn't even notice it was live streaming. I did not mean to click it just yet. I was about to give it another 30 seconds before I got everything together. I still gotta open the phone lines. Speaking of the, where are my AirPods? What's good, everybody? Let's see who was first. Mr. Finesse first. I hate Matt Prater. It was good. RicoScores fan Roblox gaming and aviation was good. I know you guys have to regret not taking Tua as Justin Herbert. Actually, not really. Only because I prefer to take Chase Young and Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, or Justin Fields over Tua and whoever we would have gotten early in this round coming up in this draft. Like I like the Chase Young pick still. First to say first. That's so stupid. This man rich. Let's have to have Chase. Right, we just don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Rico the best. Man, appreciate that. You actually got that skin. My son wants it so bad. It's out of the item shop. Is Alex Smith here? Because he said he would be. Anthem Tiger was good. Captain was good. Shane. Nathan. Johnny. I think I didn't say what's up to Reed. What's good, Reed? What's good, Cruzon? I think I said what's happening to everybody. Let me go ahead and get the code thing right. Hold on. I don't know why it's full screen. I don't know who told him to do that. Make sure we're good. Music still not playing too? Well, you be able to, I guess, hear everybody clear. I don't know what's going on with my software though. Struggling today. Let me host real quick. About to set up the phone lines. Can you give me a quick grade for each position so far this season? It's kind of difficult. I would say corner. I'll start with the defensive line. Underwhelming compared to what we expected. They're definitely underachieving, but they're still good. So that's like probably, like before the last 2 weeks, I could probably would have given them like an A-. But these last 2 weeks, I'm gonna have to give them a B+ at the highest. Cornerback group, I'll probably go with a B, maybe a B. Nah, B-. Safety group, if you include Troy Apke for everything he did this year, probably F, somewhere in the D's. I don't know. I mean, back in high school, we didn't have D. We did A, B, C, F. So, I mean, I guess it was. I think D would be more suitable for that. Somewhere in the D's. Linebacker, clean little C+. We have little moments here and there. Being too modest. They hit on Chase y'all. Yeah, all those drop passes. Receivers. It's just been getting carried. Like, without Terry McLaurin, F. But because of Terry McLaurin, you at least got to give it a C+, maybe a B-. Because Terry McLaurin is literally one of the best receivers out here doing it. Offensive line, first 4 weeks, D-. Then that the Rams game where Alex Smith had to come in for Kyle Allen, F. And then the next 2 games, the Cowboys and Giants. No, we played the Giants. They were decent. Cowboys and Giants, that was like a A-, B+ kind of. And then today was like a C somewhere. I don't know. I don't know where to average that out. Maybe a C- for the offensive line. C maybe. Let's see. Tight ends. Clean little C+, I guess. That's the only way I can think of it. Logan Thomas. I mean, at least, B- because they block very well. At the very least, they can block. We just need more of them in the receiving core. But, I mean, they're not doing that well for that. But they're pretty straight. Running backs, B. They could be better. Like Antonio Gibson's pass protection is what keeps them from being an A- in my opinion. And then quarterback, C-. I hear the music. I'm waiting, Rico. Wait, you hear what music? Wait, you hear music? Wait, whoa, wait, what? You said you hear music? Let me see. Why is the screens always so big? Why do I do that? Oh no, the music's still not working. Well, I wish the music was working. Oh, you said you hear music called. Oh, y'all talking about the phone lines. All right, let me set it up for real though. Set it up. I gotta call in and set it up. I'm sorry. I was just adjusting the stream right now. Wrong thing. Let's get it. 425. 436. 6280. Just call it. Let me hit up the 7469 2-5. Like y'all on. That's crazy that some people know exactly what numbers you're pressing just off that thing. Alright, I gotta get the AirPods connected so y'all don't have to hear this stupid music. AirPods, hold on. Come on, AirPods, connect. Connect for me. Alright, we're good. Alright, let me go to the calls. Alright, let me. Attendees. Alright, we already got Redskin007 and then Argo up next. Let me go ahead and put you on speakerphone. Alright, what's good, Redskin007? What you got for the show?
Yo, what up, Rico? How you doing, bro?
What's good?
Hold on, I can't hear you at the moment. Say something?
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
I bet.
Sorry about that.
No, you good?
Yeah, so, man, yeah, dude, it was a pretty wild game, to be honest. Like, I think, like, over the last couple weeks, I would say I kind of lost my mojo for the team as far as, like, its potential to make the playoffs, make a little run, because I wasn't happy with the playoffs. I was hoping for the playoffs and make maybe a couple wins or something, something to make it something special, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at the team now, and I'm like, you know what? From the beginning of the season, I talked to my older brother. He's a smart guy, and he said, man, a lot of Redskins fans are going to get hyped here and there about this team during the season, but you got to remember, we got to come into the season knowing that, hey, we just coming into this season trying to find out who on this team is worth keeping.
Exactly.
Which one of our draft picks are money, which ones aren't, right? But everybody, as a fan base, it's hard not to get disappointed or just be like, get hyped up to know that you can win get into the playoffs. So I feel like a lot of people are just basing it off emotion, and they're just like, oh, this team is garbage. But you know what? We started this year. Did we think we were a playoff team? Did we think we were going to go to the Super Bowl? No. Probably most logical people would have said that.
Agreed.
Because we didn't have understanding that Haskins was our guy. We just was going to try him out this year and see what was going to happen, right? So overall, this team was today. I think Alex Smith really surprised me a little bit more than I thought, because he's just so smart, man. He's way beyond. He's so far beyond Haskins and Allen. It's not even close. His mental game is so far beyond them. I mean, yeah, he can't run like Allen. I'm not saying he can run like Allen, but dude, he can read defenses better. He can make plays like McKenzie dropped passes, Sims dropped the pass. So I could name 3 or 4 receivers dropping passes that were first downs, right?
Yeah.
He barely made a mistake today. The only time he made a mistake is he should have got rid of the ball and took the loss on the sack. And then maybe he overthrew 1, maybe 2 balls at the most, and they had pressure on him. So how much can you blame it on him if he's getting fucking a lot that pressure,
Yep.
So Alex Smith killed it today. Like, there's no way it's his fault, right? But at the end of the day, now we're stuck in a situation, right? Now it's like, okay, I guess my analysis would be just go forward with the season and continue on. I don't think we have a chance for the playoffs. We could still get in, and that would be a good thing for the team as far as the mojo goes. So I'm still kind of pulling for that. But just find out who the players are, just to fit. That's all my motivation is. Find out if we already know Gibson's pretty legitimate. I don't think he's a natural going through the tackles. I really don't. But he's so good when he gets outside that it's like, oh, we can't. No, you know what I mean? He just, every time he gets it on the outside or when he gets it in a little space, you see the natural ability.
Yep.
And so overall, I'm excited about the team for next year. I think our offensive line is pretty good. I think our left tackle, I know he got messed up today, but he's pretty decent. Overall, it's a pretty good team. We're next year we're going to make the playoffs. and we're gonna be pretty good. Like most of our rookies are performing pretty well. So I would say overall, I'm still optimistic. I know this year I was trying to get some more mojo this year and like playoffs. And yeah, but that shit doesn't work out all the time because when you have so many rookies out there, as good as Chase Young is, he made a mistake. It was a mental mistake. He should have just left his hands off him because he wanted a sack, right? But at the same time, like, it's just a mistake, man. It happens. You have so many rookies out there. One of them just make a mistake every once in a while, and it costs you a lot. Especially you can't say it's Chase Young's fault because he made one mistake, but how many mistakes were made? Probably like 15.
Yeah.
Maybe 20. So who are you going to blame for it? Or was it Chase Young because he made the last one? Or is it because the other 15 people, if they wouldn't have made one of those mistakes, we could have won the game? So you can't just blame one person. And overall, I'm excited, man. I'm really excited about this team. I feel like Chase Young's working out. Gibson's working out. Yeah, Holcomb's not bad. Look at our rookies. Like, we have a team. We have a left tackle now. That guy is fucking good. He's proven himself at this point to me. The left tackle with the long arms.
Cornelius Lucas from the Cornelius Lucas from the Bears. I agree.
Yeah, Cornelius Lucas from the Bears. Dude, last week he was left tackle player of the week or defensive left tackle, whatever it is. Dude, he's so solid. He's solid. I've been watching him, and he's solid. So now we don't even have to get a fucking left tackle. Think about that. Now we don't have to get one. And then we can focus on maybe a better tight end. We can focus on receivers. We can focus on another position on the offensive line. We have so much growth ahead of us. I'm excited about this team. I know we're blowing these games, and everybody's pissed off because we're blowing these games. But guess what, guys? Next year, with another 4 or 5 draft picks from our offensive, dude, I'm really excited about our scouter. And I'm just excited, man. I really am. Overall, I'm excited about the team. I love our management. I love our not Scott McLaurin, the other guy, our
Scott Turner?
GM, but the guy who picks the play.
Oh, Kyle Smith. Oh yeah, I love Kyle Smith.
Dude, Kyle Smith is fucking awesome. Next year, guys, just don't worry about this year. Say fuck it. We're finding out who our players are. Next year we're gonna be fucking badass, and I guarantee it. I'll put money on the fact that Kyle Smith, one more draft is all we need. One more fucking draft, and we're gonna get a quarterback, and we're gonna have Alex Smith probably behind him, or maybe we gotta get rid of.
He may. Yeah, Alex Smith because of the money. But if Alex Smith were to if we were to release him and re-sign him for something cheap, I wouldn't mind him possibly starting and a quarterback learning behind him, or him being the backup to that quarterback. I wouldn't mind keeping Alex Smith as long as we can just change the money on it. That's all I care about.
Yeah, that's all it is really. It's about money, and I think my time's coming up or it's over. But like I said, Alex Smith, man, he's fucking awesome, guys. If he was in front of Mahomes, and look at Mahomes. Mahomes sat back watching Alex Smith for a year, and look at what fucking Mahomes turned out to be, right? So, Alex Smith is a legend. Fucking stop talking shit about him. He's so good. He's got one leg, and he's better than most of the quarterbacks in the fucking league. So I don't want anybody to talk shit about Alex. Just don't do it. The guy is fucking good. He's so good. It's just teams dropping the ball is the reason why he lost this game. If they just caught a couple more balls, we would have won this shit. But that's okay. This year's gone. But like I said, man, appreciate me letting me call in, and I'll call in next week again, man.
All right, man. Thank you for calling in. My boy Redskins007. I'll catch you next week. I had to pick up Aja because Aja and Brody started fighting, so now I have her on my lap currently, and I'm going to keep her here until they kind of get bored and then, forget they were fighting, and then when I put her down, hopefully they'll stop. They won't go back to fighting. If you want to donate. What's good, Argo? My boy Argo up next. What's happening? Argo? My boy Argo? And just to let y'all know, it's Argo, then Mari, then Rodney. Argo, what's good? What's good over there, Argo? Argo going once? Going twice?
Okay, I'm back. Okay.
Oh, there we go. I bet. I wanted to give you as many opportunities as possible. All right, you there?
Yeah.
I bet. What's good? What you got for the show? You say what?
But yeah, it's my dad's birthday, so I had to go.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday to Argo's dad.
Yeah. And if you hear a baby crying, that's my cousin.
Oh, no, we don't hear it. You're actually pretty good. We do not hear it.
And if you hear me raging, it's probably me. It's raging at that, okay?
Alright, so did you want to say anything about the game, or should I go into the next person?
Oh, well, there's so much. He said, the guy before me, he said everything how he should have. But I don't agree with everything he said. He's right about, like, Alex Smith and having everything, the most experience of the team. He has the most mental because he's done it for the longest. But the loss, like, see, there's our defense in the first quarter, the little bit that I did get to watch because the fan's over, but yeah. And I'm like, what are we doing? Secret or something? Is our team secret and we have a bunch of heart attacks going on in the middle of the game, along with Alex Smith's wife?
Yeah, there were a lot of folds. Like,
yeah, I don't understand. Are we having, like, 20 seizures during the play in the first quarter?
Hey,
like,
man.
Are we just hopping in and then just hopping into reality and then the next second we're out? What's going on? We don't play like this. Like,
it's so inconsistent.
But yeah, I'm like, what are we doing? I've never seen a defense this bad. I don't even think the Browns 2017 were this bad. What were we doing?
Bruh, you tell me.
Like, and then we kind of got our grip back in the third, and then
Yeah, you tell me what's going on.
yeah, like honestly, does Chase Young have some type of? Is Chase Young having some? Is he passing some freaking kidney stones here in the game or something? That's how horrible it looks like. I don't understand. Like, I know we have a few veterans. I know we're young. I mean, I know the oldest player is Alex Smith, and like, bro, Alex Smith. I mean, you can't blame everything on Alex Smith. He was doing great. Oh wait, you found another player. One mistake from Chase. Oh, blame the whole game on him. That's the way the internet works.
Yep.
This is the world we live in. They're just gonna hate on him because he made a little mistake. Tom Brady's allowed to make a mistake that he's done it. He's never done it before, but he's allowed to make a mistake, and he's gonna blame it. They're gonna blame it on a wide receiver. Like, that's the way it works in this world.
I mean, yeah.
At this age.
Once you're a winner, it's hard. You can mess up as much as you want. They're just gonna make excuses for you. But until you win, they're gonna blame you for everything, even if it's not all your fault. That's very true.
Right.
Very true.
Alex he made an almost near perfect game at the beginning. Near. And then he kind of lost a bit of traction, then he went right back in. But, like, at least that's what I saw from the first little quarter. The first, 5 seconds I got to watch. But yeah, I didn't get to watch much. So I don't know what happened. All I know was we lost by a field goal. That's pretty much all I know.
Bruh, it's tragic, bruh. 16 seconds left. We gave them the ball. They somehow scored.
I know. I didn't really get to watch it, but yeah. I just don't understand what. I don't understand what went wrong.
plays and we just throw it. Or we had to tie the back.
Yeah, honestly.
This is why
Huh?
the sole reason I think we lost the game was our defense. And I'm not saying I'm saying a lot of players on defense played amazing. But not every single one did great. They played okay, but Chase Young did. He wasn't the best at the beginning of the game, but he got back into it, and then boom. I've never seen a team play this bad. When he won in 2007.
Yeah.
I've never seen a team play that.
Like I said, we lose in style.
We're gonna lose the style. See, what he said was somebody with some logical sense was the guy before me, Redskins fan. Yeah. He had a great point. Any logical person would know that we're not going to the playoffs. And I wasn't that logical person. See, I was still just starting to get really into football when I became a fan of the Redskins. Yeah. So I was like, oh, Chase Young, he's going to save the franchise. He lost his mind. He said we suck. He lost his mind.
Well, I mean, he's definitely going to be a big part of when we turn this franchise around. But yeah, we're not turned around this year, and I think people do need to learn to just go ahead and accept that. It won't be this year. Not this year. Maybe next year. Maybe the year after that. Definitely not this year. But Argo, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the other guys. We have some people behind you. I appreciate you calling in as always. Definitely call in next week.
Merle.
What?
I don't know. Bye.
I mean, I had so much else to say that I'll have to bring it out in the party, okay?
Alright. I'll see you there later.
Yeah.
Alright.
Bye.
Alright, bye.
Go follow my Twitter or go Tigers.
I don't even know what he just said right there at the end. Alright, we got Mari, then Rodney, then Merle. What's good, Mari?
Oh, man. Yeah, Rico, I be going to these people's screens. Like, Rico, and you cannot lie. I said it in the comments when we started coming back. I said, alright. Let them put it in y'all heart. And y'all know we go lose. And everybody in the comments, oh, yes, they're finally going to do it. And then he kicks a 59-yarder. I've been telling y'all, exactly what me and Rico been saying all year. Besides the Falcons, we will lose in style every single game. We seen the Jags lose to the Packers in style. We was like, oh, hold on, we finna show y'all something real quick.
But the Jags were like, y'all got 24 hours to respond, and we responded.
Yeah, that was just crazy. Oh, shout out to Kim Curl. Kim Curl is actually playing amazing. I'm actually really surprised. I knew he would be good, but I didn't think that he would be as good as he is. I really don't see him make too many mistakes. You know, he's actually been amazing in man coverage. I didn't think he was going to be that good. They had him out there early guards, tight ends. I seen him when they were moving to the guard in the slot. I seen him on him a couple of times. He was locking them up, so that was big in him. Kendall Fuller, this is one of his worst games. He had a lot of mental mistakes. He had one of those touchdowns gonna go on him stat sheet wise, but it's actually Jimmy Borland's fault. And the other one, he just got caught looking at the backfield on a pump fake by Matthew Stafford.
Yep.
You know, because we're really good at making decent quarterbacks look like Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. The first guy that called, I remember I was joining it. No, we didn't say Alex Smith was bad, but this is the thing now. Okay, Alex Smith, we all know he's good, and he's doing Alex Smith things. But then now it's going to get to a point where you let him play the rest of the year. And of course, the numbers are going to jump out at you. And no matter the age, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, we can bring him in for another year or two. And then, you never know. The next thing you know, Alex Smith gets a contract extension. And now we're stuck with Alex Smith, a guy who's aging. Well, we could have used that time to develop another quarterback.
Yep. Agreed. That's why I'm saying I'm down with keeping him if we re-sign him to something really cheap, and then we have another, like a younger guy to learn behind him, or Alex Smith is the backup, and that young guy we draft is immediately ready to come in. But that's the only I don't want Alex Smith here unless we can get that man off the books for as much money as he's making, because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Scott Turner, you're not off. Scott Turner down the stretch. I swear this man called the same play over and over. I don't know if I realize, but it got so bad. Either a key to lead, or of course he's gonna realize it. He literally said this is like the sixth time he and kind of bad on Detroit, because if it wasn't for Steve Sims dropping the ball, that would have been the sixth time we ran that play and it worked. We literally ran the same time straight. And like, it's getting away, but Alex Smith, the dink and dunk master, I gotta give it to him.
Consistent.
It worked. Kevin McLaurin, once again, always open, but he, in my opinion, he could go 15 catches for 300 yards each game, because literally this man is always open.
Always.
Cam Sims, something good day for him. Steven Sims, he's got a lot of development to go. I actually seen a lot of my interrupters fighting for yards, because there was the fourth who actually picked it up when he should tackle, in my opinion. But yeah, poor tackling, but also give credit where credit is due. Scott Turner should be fired. I don't know what the game plan was, but we need some linebackers. Cole Holcomb, I'll give credit where credit is due. Sean Deion Hill took me a couple plays. John Bostic, no comment. Yeah, it was one of those days, But I literally said, okay, look at the score, 24-3. Y'all gonna put this whole thing on. And I said, everybody in the chat saying that they could be a word all out. I said, really, because now I go ahead and get this went in, and everybody just, and like, now y'all there, so and you made it. And everybody was so hard to look at him. I'm telling you.
Hello? You got a little unclear. You there? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think you might be straight now. You good there? Talk? What'd you say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's clear. I think you're back. You're good now, I think. Hello? Hello?
Rico.
Oh yeah, you're like breaking up and stuff. I don't know what's going on. You kind of like faded out, and then like it's just not really back yet.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, now you're good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm still on my Eric Denby and Jet.
Yeah. That might be a thing for real.
I feel bad for Kevin McLaurin and Antonio Gibson.
Oh, he deserves better.
Really just being wasted.
Bruh, thrown into the trash.
I really feel bad. Chase Young, I don't think he's injured. I think he's really just winded, because at one point he was getting a lot of snaps, and you see Ryan Kerr get more now, because you can see like the mid-season effects actually starting to hit Chase Young, which is why y'all see him on the sideline more.
Yeah.
He's probably really just winded.
Yeah.
Because Detroit was doing a lot of hurry up, surprisingly today. Just like every other week, teams just run the football and do whatever they want to do. Alfred Morris, Wayne Galliman, Mark Ingram, J.K. Dobbins, Lamar Jackson, even Daniel Jones. Everybody could just it's a couple plays like Sean Deion Hamilton. He steps up and it actually stays in his gap surprisingly. It makes a couple tackles.
That's John Bostic who I'm worried about.
Yeah, John, I don't even know. I just don't know. It's like he's just like our team in general. John, I can't even.
Bostic.
Is the epitome of the Washington football team. He'll have those plays that jump out at you and be like, oh man, this guy's amazing. He's amazing. And then it's just like, yeah,
Yeah, I'll give it to him. Matthew Stafford, you look like Patrick Mahomes today. You know,
Yep.
of course.
Our defense lets that happen to a lot of people.
I think a lot of things that gets other people too is like they go to ESPN and then they look at the Washington defense ratings and then they just go, oh yeah, well, we're amazing. The defense is amazing. Yeah, but you actually have to see it live, and it's not what the numbers particularly say, which is why they say, I gotta forget this thing, but yeah, Scott Turner. You ran six plays in a row, all the same play. All the same play on the same drive. That's just amazing. But, like I said, if we were just gonna end up being 2-7 anyway, we should have just let Dwayne play. Let him play out at least the full 16 games. But Dwayne has still yet to play 16 games, start 16 games in his NFL career. So
Poor guy.
yeah, according to Ron Rivera in the offseason, he said development year, but after the first 4 games, I guess we turned into a win now. And, 2-7 is definitely a win now record, so it's looking nice. On the other side, we are fourth on a lot of mock drafts, so.
Yep. We now have the 4th pick. The Giants moved all the way back to the 7th. Shouts out to them.
Yeah, good job, Giants. Eagles, I need y'all to go beat the Browns next year so y'all can keep on moving back to. You got to go out there and beat the Browns so y'all can move back. Who do the Giants play next week?
We play who? You said who do we play?
Who do the Giants play?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. I hope it's somebody bad.
Joe Burrow?
Yeah, we play Joe Burrow next week.
Steelers right now. I don't know what you're doing for the Steelers right now, but I want you to come out and be Patrick Mahomes things against us next week. That number 3 spot. Yes, I want y'all to go ahead and get that first W of the season, no matter who y'all play. Same thing for the Jags. Go ahead and get that second W of the season. You just go ahead and win the rest of your games. If you want to, honestly. Go ahead. Rico, if they allow people in the stands, trust me, for free, I'd be the loudest fan of any of those teams that we need to win. I'd be the loudest person there.
I am right with you. I'm rooting for this. I'm rooting for this draft pick like crazy. But we got people behind you, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Man, I always appreciate you calling in. My boy Mari. You know what I'm saying? I always agree with everything you say, so it's always funny when you call in. It's like I feel like I don't even have to talk as much.
Yeah.
Alright, man. But definitely call in next week, man. Alright. Oh, Herb said the Giants on their bye week. No, I need them to keep winning games. Alright, let me bring on Rodney. Bro, Aja Brody. Aja, what just happened? Why am I getting attacked? Let me go ahead and bring on my boy Rodney. Then we got Merle, and then we got a 703 number. What's good, Rodney?
What's good? Oh man, it's like when people doing freestyles and they tell them to cut the beat. So there's a lot of stuff I was hearing. I was like, man, all right. This thing, he is the best quarterback on the roster. But looking at this depleted roster, that's not saying much. Like, I'm not even trying to disrespect him. I'm just being honest. Like, he is who he is. He's missing checkdowns. He is who he is. He's come back from injury. Like, he is who he is. But the thing about saying that, like he's playing with one leg and all that stuff. Yes, he's a veteran, but as a veteran, you should know. Like, leave it to the young guys to try to scramble when they get in rushed like that. Why you going back 11 yards? Why you going back 11 yards to attack? Come on, you can't say. And that was on the first play. That was on the first drive. So sitting there saying like, oh, he deserves, like, man, give him his respect. Like, yeah, I understand that he deserves his respect, but like, he did a rookie mistake right there. You're a veteran. You're 36 years old.
Yeah.
You're coming off of a surgery and you scrambled back for 11 yards instead of throwing it out of bounds? Come on. And then let's not act like he missed that pass on J.D. McKissick. He overthrew J.D. McKissick when J.D. McKissick was running on the sideline. That would have been a touchdown.
Yep.
Let's not act like those things don't happen. Like, so I'm watching every play. I'm watching and I go back and watch this film. Let's go to the Chase Young situation. Chase Young did make a rookie mistake. That's not acting like Chase Young isn't double. Like, let's say on 25 snaps, this is a small sample, I'm just saying. If there's 25 snaps, he's probably double teamed about 19 of those snaps.
Yeah. Oh no, he gets double teamed a lot.
Like, that's why when I hear people say, "Oh, he's not making an impact," that's why I never like when people saying double stack numbers. I was like, no. He's probably not gonna get double stack numbers because people already know from the draft he's getting double coverage.
Yeah.
It's not college. He's not gonna get triple coverage. He's gonna get double coverage. I was like Mr. Monte Sweat was gonna get more sacks than him because while Chase was gonna get double coverage, you're unguarded. But that's when Matt Ioannidis went down, and he was our best penetrating deep tackle. That's what hurt us a lot because when you can penetrate from the inside, it helps your end be able to penetrate on the outside.
Yep.
So, but since we lost him, as you can see, our sack numbers have went down a lot since Matt Ioannidis went down. Payne and Allen, they're not that great at penetrating.
They're not.
Payne's a little bit better than Payne is better than Allen, but he's not. They're not Matt Ioannidis. And I'm not before, like I was saying. Oh yeah, I wanted to say this. Don't be surprised if you see Alex Smith back on this roster next year, not being cut because Rico. I understand what you're saying about the money, but more than likely that's not gonna happen. You don't really see teams cut a player, especially at a starting quarterback, and then he ends up back on that same team. Like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be on this roster, and because we're not gonna go we're gonna go after players in free agency next year. But still see a little bit of what we've seen this year. We're going after the Matt Schweitzer and stuff like that because Matt Schweitzer was given a long-term deal because for depth. That's what we're building. We're building our depth. This team had no depth the past I don't know how many years on this John Group. You're gonna see a couple of depth picks. Signings next year. You might see a few stars, but don't think we're gonna go spend all our money in free agency next year.
Yeah.
This team is not one free agency season away, one draft away, to making the playoffs.
I think actually we are. Especially this division. I think we actually are, especially how weak this division is.
I'm talking about actually going to playoffs and having an impact, not just making it.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
And he got killed by the Packers. I'm talking about actually making a competitive game at least.
Yeah, I feel that.
Going 10, we're one offseason away. All our draft picks and all our signings cut. When you were saying at the beginning of the season, you were saying this team will go. I think you said 7-9 or 8-8 or something. And I'm not knocking you for saying that because you were saying that from the standpoint of if everything was to click.
Yeah.
You were saying if everything would have clicked, then we could have been that type of team. Could have been a playoff team. And a lot of people were talking about Scott Turner and Aaron Coryell offense and stuff like that. I didn't hear nobody in chat. I didn't see not one person in chat say, "Man, look at Scott Turner's offense when we scored. When we came back from 24 to 24-3. When we came back, I didn't hear not one person say his offense was horrible. When we came back and scored consecutive plays.
Yeah, I was about to say he put together something to get them points for us to come back.
We gotta understand. Yeah, the coaching is one thing, but the players on here are trash. There are young players. But let's just tell me how many people on this offense are gonna start on someone else's team?
That is a good way to look at it. That is definitely it's a funny way to look at it.
And then I love bringing this up because everybody's saying, "Man, we got Adrian Peterson." How much did Adrian Peterson play today? You know why? Because they have DeAndre Swift. They have Kerryon Johnson. He played more than Kerryon Johnson today, but DeAndre Swift played more. You know why? Because he's a
pass catching back. He can play between the tackles, just like Antonio Gibson. If we had Adrian Peterson, Gibson would not be saying, "Oh man, look at the potential of Gibson," because we wouldn't really see the potential because Adrian Peterson was taking most of the carries.
Yeah.
Like, it's a movement. We getting the young guys in. We getting all these other players in.
Let them develop.
Now we know for a fact, okay, Troy Apke is not going to work out. We can go after someone else. But people were saying before, who the hell was Cameron Curl when we drafted him? Just go back on your own page when we drafted Cameron Curl and look at the comments. People were like, "Oh man," shout out to Ed Oliver. Like on his page, like he was saying, like, it's Cameron Curl, whatever, this and that. It's a throwaway pick. We should have got Thaddeus Moss with that pick. We should have got these other players. And I'm not just saying this all Cam, I'm saying that other people saying the same things. I'm just like, yo, this is a nice side safety. He fits the mold. Let's just see what he can do. And now he's a starter, and everybody's like, oh man, look at now they put him on the same tier, not same tier, but we talking about our young core, and we mentioned Cameron Curl.
Yep, that is true.
Let's take our time with these players. Let them play. Let them do their thing. Cornelius Lucas, people were talking about why the hell did we sign this guy? And now you saw it. You came up with the video last week. The numbers he's putting up.
Yep.
Like let's just watch. Let's just take some time. Let the players play out. And then also please. Can we stop talking about like the draft? It's not even in the draft season. We're not even in the draft yet. We're already talking about we should trade back the pick and yada yada. I'm like, God damn. Like we don't even know how this is gonna play out. And I'm not saying don't talk about draft talk. Like have draft talk, but like I'm talking about trading back already. Like. Back when really happened, especially when we're a quarterback needy team.
Yeah, nah, I'm not trade back right now. I'm not in the trade back group at all.
Alright, man, appreciate it.
Alright, man, appreciate you, my boy Rodney, man. I haven't even heard people talk about the trading back thing, so that's pretty funny. That's crazy. But man, yeah, man, always appreciate you calling in, man. If you can call in next week, please do. Alright, man. We got Merle, then 703, then 980. So we about to bring on Merle first. What's good?
Not much, man. Look, I'm not going to blame the players today. I'm going to start with the coaches. I'm going to rain on them for a while because they've been getting up ass. Rivera's made some key mistakes when he first took this job. You went out there and got Kyle Allen and gave him a 5th-round pick for him. When you had a guy sitting out there who took you to a Super Bowl, I've been watching play with the Patriots and still balling. If he was on this team, we at least have 2 more wins. And that's Cam Newton. He could have been there. Haskins could have been watching him and watch how he played and learn from him. Just as much as he learned from Alex Smith. You got to remember, Cam was in his offense for 2 years and knew what to do with his offense. You can't tell me Cam wouldn't give us like 3 or 4 more wins than what we got.
Yeah, no, yeah.
See, with Matt Ioannidis being out, that defensive line is just not the same.
Nowhere near.
Clearly, he was our best interior lineman as far as getting to the quarterback.
Yes.
Payne and Allen, they're good run stoppers, but they're not penetrators.
Exactly.
People keep harping on Chase Young, why he's not doing this, why he's not doing that. If you look at the film of Chase Young, he's getting almost triple team every play. Of course, Montez Sweat's going to have more sacks than him. He's only getting 1-on-1. He's getting three guys on. Somebody needs to be getting to the quarterback every single time. Now, Ron Rivera went off the hinge on his linebackers all last week talking about they weren't hitting the holes and not getting scraped enough. Well, when you got guys like John Bostic and Kevin Pierre-Louis playing, what did you expect?
What were the expectations?
I don't play well in the 4-3. I'm a 3-4 guy. Yet you kept him on the roster. Yet you got Sean Deion Hamlin that you finally played today, who's got speed and incredibly smart and plays in the 4-3 very well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's stupid mistakes. And also, at his press conference earlier this week, he admitted he had fog brain, which we all knew because he was saying one thing and then doing another. Scary scenario is this fool thinks he can keep Alex Smith for another year as a starting quarterback, keep Dwayne Haskins as the backup quarterback, and not draft the quarterback in the first round. They're probably looking to draft the kid out of Oregon, Canal Sorrell, which would be fine for a left tackle. But I like Cornelius Lucas.
Yeah, I like
I saw a little
Cornelius.
thing on YouTube where you get a ratings on Cornelius Lucas. Great job, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, he was rated very well. You already got him on contract. You can roll with him. So when Charles comes back to take his left tackle spot, you can re-sign Chase Roulier, re-sign Randy Sheriff. I think Morgan Moses is still under contract. That's a pretty good offensive line.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think it's top half of the league.
Why is Alex Smith throwing the ball 51 times? They just went up against a team that ran the ball down their throat for 200 and some yards the week before. And we're throwing the ball 51 times. Antonio Gibson, JT McKissick, and Peyton Barber on the field. You should have been doing power football. That's what your offensive line is made for.
That's what I was saying during the game. I hate this little spread offense we do where the running backs are.
That damn RPO, inside zone, run pass option. Nobody in the league is going to believe Alex Smith is going to run. That play never works. Stop it. If you're going to run inside zone, run inside zone. Run that, run you some power, run you some traps. That's what these guys need to do.
I agree.
You got a whole bunch. You got talent on that offense, just don't know what you're doing with it. Cam Sims, he showed up again today. He's been developing up well. I also see that people not talking about missing Kelvin Harmon when he went down early in the offseason with his ACL injury. That really hurt the wide receiving crew. Because he was that big receiver who could catch and go up and get it.
Yep, contested catches. Yep.
You could have moved Cam to the slot, Kelvin at the second, and had Scary Terry, who I think now has become the best receiver in football. I don't care what anybody says.
he liked that for real.
That would be your receiver crew. Steven Sims, he needs to keep holding on to the ball. You can't stand him dropping the ball out of his hands every week. He drops one pass a week now. Can't be doing that. If you can't hold on to the ball, maybe we need to get that boy Vidette or, when he's ready, give that kid Robert Foster a try. Like, can't be dropping the ball with Alex hits you in the hand.
Yeah, man. Can't. It's not enough opportunities to go around. Oh, man, yeah, appreciate it, Merle. Always love you calling up here, man. Definitely call in next week if you can.
Always.
All right, man.
Hey, look.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say it now. Don't expect us to be Cincinnati. Because I'm like this Burrow kid right now, and he's going to like this so-called number one pass defense up like a Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah, no, I think, because we didn't go against Dak. I think it's going to be between Kyler Murray and Joe Burrow, the best quarterbacks we probably play this season. I mean, well, so far, because then we go against Russell Wilson. Big Ben hasn't been that great. His stats will look good, but I don't think he's actually played that great. He just has a good team.
About Big Ben too much, but
yeah.
He going to cook.
Yeah.
And Joe Burrow, well, that offense is predicated on nothing but throwing the ball 4 receiver sets. We don't even have 3 good corners. You got Kendall Ford and Ron Dauber and Jimmy Morton. Sometimes Jimmy Morton, but that's about it.
Bruh, it's a little dark out here. I'm not going to lie. It might get dark, bruh. I think people think because the Bengals haven't won a lot of games, we're just going to match up well against them. But if Matthew Stafford can do what he did to us today, Joe Burrow's going to do it even worse.
Yeah. Honestly, you should let Haskins start the rest of the year. There's no reason to put Alex out there. Right now, you would be putting him in harm's way. I know he looks better in the offense, but right now, you just need to let Haskins play. You're not going to the playoffs. Well, we knew you weren't going to the playoffs at 2-5. We know you're not going to the playoffs now. Real good right about now.
Yeah, the Giants look like the best team in the division, honestly. They're definitely the hottest.
Yeah, they're running away with the division. And I told everybody, I said, you get Jason Garrett away from Dallas, and he can coach.
Yeah, he's a good offensive coordinator. It was always just the head coach, timeouts, and being a
I think he
motivator.
should be the head coach somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, that too. That might work.
You put him somewhere like Jacksonville, he'd be okay.
I think he would be better than Jay Gruden at least.
No, that's the name we won't mention, Jay Gruden. But yeah, Rico, I'll talk to you next week. Win or lose.
Alright, man. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. To have a good evening.
You too, man.
Alright. Alright, how many we got on here? We got, alright, so 703 number is up next. Then we have a 980 number. Then we have Rich. Then we have Ivory. That's who's up there right now. What's good, 703? Who's this?
Hello, this is Twan Ho.
How do you spell that? You said who?
This is Twan Ho.
Twan, like,
Toanho.
oh, okay, bet. What's good?
How you doing? I'm emotionally exhausted.
Bro, a lot of us are, man. You just gotta laugh to wipe the tears away. You gotta laugh the pain away.
Yes. Shout out, let me give out the shout out first and then my rant.
Okay.
Shout out to Terry and Cam. They've been phenomenal.
Agreed. Ooh.
And Alex throwing deep balls, and he cannot afford throwing deep balls and miss.
Oh yeah, those hurt.
Yeah, and the defense should practice doing strip sacks.
If we're not running that drill, we need to. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I've been yelling since like week 5 or something. Come on, defense! I was yelling at it, man.
Chase Young showed a little something against the Eagles game, but since then we haven't seen anybody else really try it.
Yeah, sorry, my voice is a little bit low. Sorry, I'm kind of shy, you know.
Oh no, you're fine. You're good. You're good.
Okay. Cool. The Alex Smith, he's just shaking off the rust. I'll give him a pass of that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Chase Young, I'll give him a pass too because it is a rookie mistake of the roughing the passer.
Yeah.
He needs to learn.
Yeah. I think he's gonna be great. He's just gonna make random mistakes here and there, especially early on.
Yes. Yeah. And D-Hop needs to go. He needs to go.
Yeah, I don't depend on that man ever at all. Not an ounce.
I guess we have to move on, man. I'm giving up this season, man. Next year we have to get Trey Lance.
I love Trey Lance. I love some Trey Lance.
I have a question. Should we tank for the season to get Trey Lance, or we should win? I don't know.
I mean, I definitely don't want to win, but like I always say, tanking hurts because like go to Terry McLaurin and let him know, go out there, put your body on the line, risk getting injury, risk, you bruised up every night, you're in pain, you're sore, and we're gonna lose games on purpose. Like, I mean, just you gotta go to Terry McLaurin's face and tell him that. You gotta go to Chase Young and tell him that. And I just that's why the only reason tanking, losing on purpose. But I do hope we end up with a top pick. But purposely throwing games, it is a little shameful. It's quite shameful. I definitely, I don't know. It's I want a nice middle, and I love the fact that we have the 4th overall pick right now, and I hope we're able to keep that somehow.
I'm glad. I hope we keep the 4th overall pick. I hope
Mm-hmm.
so.
I'm right with you. Because that's in perfect position to get at least one of the guys. It's 4 great quarterbacks. If you have the 4th pick, you're going to get one of them. You just got to get one of them.
Yeah. Yes. If we lose rest of the game, and hopefully we can get Trey Lance.
Yeah, and it's crazy too because right now I think Zach Wilson is above Trey Lance in the draft. So Trey Lance may be the 4th quarterback to go.
Okay, and I hope Alex Smith will teach his way to Trey Lance.
Yes, hey, just like he did with Pat Mahomes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's yeah. Trey Lance should be his true mentor. Alex's true mentor.
Yes, I agree.
Man, and when I watched this live stream and Juan Gotti, man, Juan Gotti is emotionally exhausted too, man. He's so mad.
Bruh, it's hard out here, especially if you're somebody like Juan Gotti doesn't really want to draft a quarterback, so there's no pot of gold at the end of the journey for him. Like, he just wants to win. For me, I want a top pick, so this is like, it's whatever. It just sucks that we lose the way we lose for me, but like
Okay. Yeah, we have to laugh it off, We have to laugh it off.
Yep. You gotta laugh to keep from crying.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And Juan is a Haskins believer, honestly. Juan is a Haskins believer. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, I think Haskins is gonna end up going somewhere else and being pretty good, especially if he sits behind somebody like a Ben Roethlisberger, Matt Ryan, or Phillip Rivers for the Colts. Like, the Colts have a great team. Literally all they need is some better receivers and a better quarterback, and that's a Super Bowl contender right there. So if Dwayne Haskins can go there, learn for like a year or two behind Phillip Rivers, he can probably end up being a really good quarterback. Honestly, in my opinion. I don't know though. I wouldn't bet my life savings on it.
I agree with you. I might have agreed with you. And Alex and Terry and Cam Sims, we have a 3-headed monster, but we need to have more wide receiver core and tight end core.
Yes. I love Logan Thomas as a blocker, but him as a receiver, I mean, if he's wide open, throw it to him. But other than that, nah, it's hard for him to separate.
No. And Big Morgan Moses, he's doing a phenomenal job being a blocker, man.
Yeah, he's filling in really well. I mean, I think he got beat one time early in the game, and I'm not sure if he had a holding penalty. I don't think he had one this game. I think it was last game. But generally, he's been basically our most consistent offensive lineman, honestly.
Yes. Then 2 years ago, remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, with the Alex Smith season where everybody was hurt and all we had left was Morgan Moses. Ooh, come on,
Why he's avoiding holding penalties?
I don't know. My boy Ivory said they haven't been calling holding penalties as often this year, just in general for every team. So that's helping us with Morgan Moses. Plus, Morgan Moses is fully healthy, finally, for the first time in forever. So that may also be helping a lot at the same time.
Thank God. Bostic needs to go too.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, just like Redskins007 said in the chat, he is definitely the weakest link in the linebacker group, easily our worst starter, and it's dark. But Tahoe, man, we have other callers, so man, I definitely want to say thank you for calling in. Make sure you call in next week also, man. I really appreciate it. Great points over there, man.
You're welcome.
Alright, man. Take care. We about to move on to the next guys.
We just gotta keep on trucking.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. I don't think we're that. I think next year we're gonna be pretty good, honestly, especially in this division.
I agree.
Yes, sir. But all right, thank you, Tahoe. Make sure you have a good evening, and make sure you come back next week and call in, man. Great points.
I will.
All right, man. Take care. And let me bring on. All right, we have 980. There we go. What's good, 980? Who's this?
Hey, what's going on, Rico?
What's good? Who is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Lamar from South North Carolina. How are you?
Oh, bet. What's good? I'm saving you in right now from South Carolina.
No doubt.
I bet.
No doubt. I'm about to break some people's heart today. I am. You know what I'm saying? I heard all the chatter and, bringing up, the draft and all that. And it is cool. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been a Redskins fan for years.
Uh-huh.
My dad was a Redskins fan, and he turned me on to the Redskins when I was a little boy. And then when the Panthers came to town, my dad jumped ship. I still stayed a Redskins fan.
We appreciate it.
I am. But I want to say something to everybody that's been, kind of talking about these players. It's not a player thing. It is a coaching thing. It is a coaching thing because I've seen Ron Rivera here in North Carolina do a very bad job of coaching. And he has some talent. Cam Newton is a phenomenal dude. That's a phenomenal player. That's a once-in-a-lifetime generation player.
Mm-hmm.
And, unfortunate thing is that he got hurt, and he couldn't do the things that he usually do, he was used to doing. And I just wanted to say that, Ron Rivera, he is a leader of men, but not a very good coach. It's two different things. You can be a leader of 10, but you can be a horrible coach. And I think that's one of the things that showed. He was exposed here in North Carolina. He was exposed. And I kept telling people, this guy, without his weapons, without these weapons, he's going to get exposed. And then we, unfortunately inherited him. This is not a good idea. I said it. I said, this guy is not it. He's not it. And because I've seen him, I've seen him explode, imploded before in Charlotte. I've seen it. And I'm like, we this thing think it's going to happen. Ron Rivera wants to be the chief. He wants to be the person that commands respect. But it doesn't matter about a player. I can take an 11-year-old boy and coach him and make him great if I'm a good coach. It doesn't matter about the player. It doesn't matter about his skill set. If you're in the NFL, you are a talented player.
Yeah, that is a good point.
That's the bottom line. If you're a bad coach, this talented player is not going to go hit. He's not going to get your scheme. He's not going to buy into you. He's just not. It doesn't matter how great you think you are. If you are not, you don't have a great scheme. If you got rookie coaches trying to coach, and Norm Turner was a great coordinator. His son, not so much. His son, not so much. It's just the dinking and dunking and not going deep and not taking chances. This is what's happening. And nobody's seeing it. And they say, well, look, Terry McLaurin is great. He is. He's very talented. But there's a way to get the best out of Terry McLaurin. If you got a great coach behind Terry McLaurin. It was never Dwayne Haskins' fault. Dwayne Haskins was not wanted. He was not wanted by the first coach. He was not wanted by the second coach, and that's just how it was.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just making excuses. And what I appreciate about you, Rico, is that you did not make an excuse. You did not make the excuse. You stayed grounded. You said what was right. I mean, you was real about it, and that's why I watch your show, because you were 100% real with us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna back up another dude, Louis T. I don't like him. I'm just being honest. I like his show. I listen to him, but the brother doesn't have football sense, and you got to know football. You really do. I just feel that Ron Rivera's plan. That's what Louis T said. Ron Rivera's plan. It's just not working. It's not going to work. It didn't work in Carolina. It's not going to work in Washington, and you'll see that it's going to explode again here in Washington. It's going to explode because he is not a great coach. He doesn't command his football team like most coaches do.
And it's just, you got to get the best out of every player that you have, regardless of his talent and his skill set. All of these guys are talented. Every last one of them that's on the field. McKenzie, all of these. That's why they're here. That's why they're drafted. That's why they get into the NFL. They're talented. So you got to get the best out of everybody.
Yeah, and I see. So you're basically saying like Ron Rivera, if he's gonna be successful as a coach, he's gonna need a really good quarterback, and he's gonna need two really good coordinators, an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator to make up for his. So basically, I know you hear from your dad every day, every game we lose, you hear from your dad.
Yes, I do. I do. He talks so much junk. I mean, you have no idea how much junk he talks about the Redskins or the no-name football team. That's what he calls the team with no name. I mean, you don't know how it is. But at the end of the day, I'm just a loyal dude. I've had that loyalty with my skin since I was a little boy. I've always loved them. I mean, I'm sorry. You watch this football team now. I've had that loyalty for them. I'm gonna always have it. But I think that Mr. Snyder has to do a better job in getting the right people around the right guys, because right now it's just not working.
Yeah, 2-7 will tell you that.
Exactly. It would say something. I mean, and here's the thing, man. I don't know if this is Ron Rivera's way of saying, let's just, tank for a quarterback. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he made a statement saying that we have a chance to win the division. How's that going right now? How's that going? I mean, where we at right now? In New York beat us twice. I mean, I'm talking on the phone. New York beat us twice. It's beginning to be, something that, it's going to be weird now. And I think that everybody's on the phone with you, and they vent, and they say, you don't understand. It's not the players, man. You got to be a leader of men, and you have to be a great coach. You have to be both. You can't just be one. You can't be a great leader and then say, well, I'm not a very good coach, but I lead this team. That's not going to work. You have to have a scheme. You have to have great people around you that can tell you the truth and say, man, it's just not working. You can't have yes men all around you, and that's part of the problem. So, I mean, I don't want you to take up too much of your time, brother. I just want to say I love your show.
Thank you.
Real to see you, and keep it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Always, man.
Don't come out there, Ron's playing it. If it's not working, tell the truth. It's just not working. I'm out, though.
Alright, man. Appreciate you calling in. Well, just let you know, I'm more of like a, I'm waiting and seeing. I'm always gonna be wait and see guy. I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. That's where I'm at with it. But yeah, man, I appreciate you calling in. Also, since you mentioned them, definitely want to shout out my boy Louis T over there. I haven't streamed with him or talked with him yet, but he's over there doing his thing. I like to just shouts out to everybody.
No. Let me tell you something. I love the dude. I love you too. I mean,
yeah.
I just think you keep it 100. I think he's more of a corporate dude, and I think he's more of the realist. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm gonna tell the truth, bro. I'm not gonna sidestep it. It is what it is. I think, when you got that corporate thing and you got these people listening to you, you adhere to what they're saying instead of saying, hey, let me listen to you for a minute. Okay, but, here's the real thing. And I think that's what you give people. That's why people call in, and want to hear you, and then, want to see you while the game's playing. I'm looking at you while the game is on, bro, because I want to hear you. It's a little bit different.
I appreciate it, man. And I wasn't saying you was getting on him enough. I just wanted to, shout him out since you mentioned. Anytime somebody mentions somebody like Ed Oliver or Juan Gotti, I always want to shout them out in there. I want to shout out anybody. Like, once their name is brought up, gotta shout them out.
Oh, yeah. I give them all the shout out, I mean, I wish you keep it real. But at the end of the day, I can't make a person do something. At the end of the day, I just want some real stuff. I don't want, you to sugarcoat it. Don't make it look like this guy's doing something. One day you say, oh, well, why are we not starting Haskins? And then the next day you say, oh, his work ethic was bad. That's what they said. I don't know if his work ethic was bad. Why are we bringing that up? Don't make it seem like it's something going on with this guy. It's just put it this way. It wasn't Ron Rivera's guy. You said that before. You told us that. You said, yeah, he's not Ron Rivera's guy.
You don't like him.
About you.
He wasn't even my guy off the jump. I didn't even want to draft Haskins, but I was like, since he's here, can we at least give him a fair chance?
I wanted Daniel Jones. I wanted Daniel Jones. I didn't want Dwayne Haskins, but we had him.
And I make do with what we got and see what he got. I feel like we haven't given him enough of a chance. But yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate you, man, and you know, I will be calling you again.
All right, of course.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I'm Lamar from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Got you, man. Got you saved in. As Lamar from South Carolina. I ain't gotta say what's happening 900. I swear I've never heard that area code before.
That's Charlotte, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I got you saved in, and definitely call in next week, man. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
All right, man. We have Rich up next, and then we have Ivory. What's good, Rich? What you got, man?
I mean, it's me, man. Like, just be happy for my presence. That's what all of y'all should be doing right now.
And we already know it's gonna be something about Morgan Moses coming up.
Organization in the past 25 years. I'm the best thing. Y'all got me. That's like, I'm not even that. I'm special, but I'm not that special. And the fact that I'm the best that's happened in the last 25 years speaks volumes. Nah, I'm just joking. That's just me being cocky and arrogant.
I like it. I'm feeling it.
So, I think J.D. McKissick should come back next year.
I'm with you.
It was Ronald Darby. Yo, Kendall Fuller, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, this is a terrible game for him, dog.
Oh yeah, and by the way, you guys can't speak about Cam Sim for another 4 weeks. You guys got 4 weeks off your punishment, because I've been speaking about him for years, and you're not just about to hop on the bandwagon without permission. Either cash at me, or you gotta wait your 4 weeks. Like, I'm literally banning all of y'all that weren't on it for the past 2-3 years from saying that for the next 4 weeks. I'm being nice. I could have done it for years. No, I'm being nice. Y'all got 4 weeks. It's not gonna be that hard, but y'all got 4 weeks.
Now, Cam Sims does look good though, for real.
Yeah, he had a great game. By the way, if I have any outbursts, I'm playing one of my friends in the yard. So. Oh yeah, by the way, Rico, you can play people in the yard now, like your friends.
Oh yeah, you told me that. You told me that in the party, I think yesterday, which is kind of crazy.
So it's like, if you want, you can do like 1v1s, 3v3s. You can do all the.
I wish they had that 2 weeks ago.
But and the defense got to step up. I don't see nothing. Defense got to step up. Oh, hold on. Oh my God.
This guy.
But yeah, Ronald Darby has been playing his ass off. Like, he's been great.
I haven't really paid attention to him.
He doesn't get interceptions, but does everything besides that.
I honestly have not paid attention to him. I don't know how good or bad he's been. I just haven't really noticed him unless like he gets beat. But he hasn't been getting beat lately. Except for that. I mean, that one time he played off-man coverage a little too far.
He hasn't gotten burnt since the Eagles game. And in that game, he made a couple clutch plays.
Yeah. Like, oh, yeah. Like I said, our cornerback group has been right behind our defensive line group as the most productive and consistent. Linebacker group, kind of a distant third, mostly because of Bostic. And then, yeah, safety, we already know with Trey Apke. That's definitely last place out of the defense.
Yeah. But something I just found out, I think it was sometime this week, Jonathan Allen is like a defensive tackle, but he's 6'3", 2-something. He's not a 6'6", 300-pound guy. He's a regular average Joe. He's one of y'all in the chat. Like, he's he's literally 6'3", 200-something pounds. Huge guy.
Never really paid attention, but that's crazy. He said he's one of y'all in the chat.
Pretty big. That's not a big guy. That's a big guy out for an average Joe, but for a defensive tackle, that is super small.
Yeah, interior. There was some people that were thinking he may move to edge rusher when we changed to a 4-3, but it looks like he's still in the interior.
It makes sense. He has the body type, and he has some sort of quickness.
Yeah, he may not be Chase Young or Montez Sweat, but you know what I'm saying. He moves. Smoke said Darby got toasted versus the Cardinals and the Rams. I don't remember. I really have not put a microscope on Darby. I'm gonna have to rewatch him like in the off season, go back and watch all the tape on him because I really have not paid attention to him.
And I got a video idea for you. I stole it from Louis G. He did it on one of his live streams, but he did like a mini segment of it. But I don't think he's gonna do a whole video on it because he doesn't really do videos for real. So it's really just like you going through all the people that are up for deals, and then if you want them back or not, and then like if they do come back, how much you want to pay them, or if you don't want them to come back, what is a deal that you think would be good for them if they were to come back?
That sounds like a good you know how we do like the panels where it's like multiple of us. That sounds like that would be like a great video topic for that.
That would be great for that.
Yeah, like Pedro, Juan Gotti, Ed, and all of the guys that I'm normally on the Warpath, and all of those guys, DMV Sports Zone, and all of that. Yeah, that would be a really dope topic for that.
Yeah, I don't think it would be controversial, but it would be a good topic.
Yeah.
But obviously we gotta talk about the. Oh, hold on, no, I have to make this announcement. Since I have a voice now, we do not need another wide receiver on this football team. We do not. I don't know where you guys are getting this from. If you want to get some guy from the undrafted free agency that's your cousin's best friend from high school, sure. If it's like a first round, second round, third round, even fourth or fifth, get out of here. We don't need that. You guys see what Cam Sims is doing. Like, you guys are watching this. We know. Well, no, you guys don't remember what Kelvin Harmon could do. Obviously, I do, because I'm a huge fan of Kelvin Harmon. I've been speaking this throughout the whole season, because I've been missing him for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I know what Kelvin Harmon can do, and we saw some of it last year. What do you call it? What was I just about to say? We see Isaiah Wright. We don't even need to talk about Terry. Cam Sims is doing great. Isaiah Wright's doing good. Steven Sims is doing nice. Well, no, Steven Sims has regressed. Not extremely, but first off, he has to be getting targets for the most part, which is a big thing.
And he was hurt a lot of games.
Today he had that. He's been fumbling the bag a
Yeah.
couple times. It's been like a lot to where it's just like, okay, you got to get cut. You are horrible. No, it's not that. Hold on.
But I mean, I see what you're saying. I'm definitely not in the take a wide receiver in the first and not even in the second round. But maybe third and fourth, I'd be down to try to go get like a steal. Maybe like try to. I mean, it's impossible to recreate a Terry McLaurin, but there's always good receivers late in drafts.
I mean, if they really just look at, like, that's how they found Terry. They were looking at the Wayne's film. They look at any of these quarterbacks film, and they're like, okay, I don't know how this guy is being slept on, but he's like this great guy.
He's just always open.
That we know is going to be great, and we can get in the third round. We can't miss on this. Okay, that's completely different. But if you're like, okay, we have a need at wide receiver, we need to draft a wide receiver. No, don't think about that. I already gave you the rundown on why. You guys literally just need to connect all the dots that you guys have seen in the past 2 years. That's all you guys have to do. Just connect those dots. I was right there.
This guy. But yeah, as far as receiver goes, like I'm somewhere in the middle, cause I do feel like this receiving core is underrated, and I feel like literally if we just had a better offensive coordinator and better quarterback play, we would actually realize how good this receiver core could be. But I'm also down to still get a guy like later on. Definitely not like I'm not in the Jamar Chase thing. I'm quarterback top of the draft. Worry about receiver later. I think linebacker and tight end are more of a pressing need than receiver.
Easily, we need safeties and we need linebackers. Oh
yeah, definitely safety.
Everybody, stop what you're doing. Sean Deion Hamilton made a play today. He made a play. He was on today. Let's clap it up for him. He did something today.
Yeah, he did.
And again, why the hell is John Bostic starting for this football team? That's annoying. John Bostic.
I still don't understand it, bro. We're not even paying him enough money to where it's like, well, we're paying him a lot. You might as well play him. No, he's getting paid pennies. So I don't understand why we're forcing it.
Ooh, what's this?
He may be somebody's cousin we don't know of or something.
Backup. He is like the goated backup.
Yeah, he's a nice backup, but yeah, nah, he shouldn't be out there first, second, third down. Like, that's ridiculous.
Wait, hold on. Give me like 10 seconds.
This guy. You know, I like Cole Holcomb's potential. I'm keeping Reuben Foster out of mind because I'm not sure if he'll ever come back and be what he used to be. And even then, he's an unrestricted free agent. What if he doesn't want to come back to us, man? What if he wants to go to another team? And then Sean Deion Hamilton, I like his potential. He looked really good last year. I don't know where he's been this year. Finally made a play today. And then Kevin Pierre-Louis is pretty solid.
Okay, Mark's back. So, I mean, it's not... Morgan Moses obviously did great. Him being the GOAT he is. But he's not a left tackle. He's not a left tackle.
No, he's not.
He didn't do bad, but he's not a left tackle.
Yeah. He's definitely. I think he's actually one of the better right tackles in this league. But I mean, switching from right tackle to left tackle is very difficult.
Yeah.
But all right, Rich, we got Ivory waiting, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my boy Ivory, man. I appreciate you calling in as always.
All
right, man.
We need to have a meeting on this mod situation. I'm gonna talk to you that later.
You said the who situation?
Mod. I'm gonna talk to you that later.
Oh, you did. All right, man. All right, Rich.
Okay.
I'll catch you later. All right, let me bring on my boy Ivory. Let me get... Okay. What's good, Ivory? What you got for the show?
Hey, what's going on, Rico, man? I got a few things to rant about, man, and I agree with the other guy from Lamar from Charlotte, man. This team, the problems with this team ultimately are going to come down to Rivera's coaching. I think the Lamar guy made a good point. I think we hired Rivera because of his personality, but I don't think we hired him for his excellence as a coach. I think he made the decision to tap Scott Turner as offensive coordinator, which he sort of questioned in the post-game interview. He sort of led
recently
the idea that maybe we aren't. Yeah, after today's game, he threw the idea out there that maybe we need to question what we're calling early in games. So I think in an indirect way, he's sort of saying Turner may be on the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? For how he calls plays. So I was glad to hear that, because every other excuse he uses is, oh, we're a young team that don't know how to win. Well, isn't that why you the coach? You know what I'm saying? Like, and throwing the young guys under the bus. But when ultimately it's the coach's job to figure out how to get these guys over the hump. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like Del Rio as defensive coordinator. I'm going to tell you what, every veteran quarterback we play is going to do the same thing Stafford did. Stafford played like Stafford plays. Stafford is a good NFL quarterback. Not great, but he's a really good quarterback. And he'll just take what you give him. And so early in the game, for the most part, we just gave him those 6 to 7 yard catches underneath. So the ball was coming out fast. So there's no chance to get pressure on them. You know what I'm saying? There's no chance. We didn't get them into enough third and longs to affect them with any rush or any blitz. You know, and so, and then situationally, we were coaching stupid. It's 2nd and 22 on one situation. We call a blitz, and the guy, Swift,
oh, yeah.
on a screen pass.
I was wondering why we blitzed.
Big screen at that position. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, Swift beat us today. You know, he took the ball down the field to get them the 3-point lead, 27-24. And he pretty much manipulated us the whole game with dump offs and all of that. I'm not big on the coach. problem is we're going to keep Rivera for at least 3 years.
Yeah.
We made him the president to run the team. And you're not going to dump the guy in 1 year or not even 2. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be 3 years of this before we even think about making a move or removing Rivera, which is just disheartening. You know what I'm saying? It's really disheartening. Because I'm going to be real. Now, let me analyze the game. Alex Smith is doing the best Alex Smith can do. This is Alex Smith at his top level as a player. This is what he was in Kansas City. This is what he was when he was going good at San Fran. He'll dump it off, gets behind. He's not throwing deep, but he'll throw it more in the intermediate range. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's never going to actually challenge you deep all game or even 4 or 5 or even twice a game or even once at this point. You know what I'm saying? But if he gets behind, he'll take the 6-yard pass and then push it 10 or 12 sometimes. And that's what he did, and that's what he's doing. And so, as I look at it, we're getting good quarterback play right now. He's being the best Alex Smith that we've seen since he's been with the Redskins. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't this good before injury, as far as I'm concerned. So he's giving you high completion percentage, which is predicated on all the dump offs. And we just don't happen to have some receivers who are good after the catch. You know what I'm saying? Terry McLaurin, Cam Sims made a huge third down catch and run. You know what I mean? So we're getting good production after the catch. But this is what we're getting, and we're still not winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're getting 300 yards, 320, 390 yards passing day, which is as good as Alex Smith gets, and yet we still aren't winning. And a lot of it, to me, has to do with who we've decided to make our coordinators. You know what I'm saying? And so if going into the off season he's not considering firing Turner, it's going to be a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? You got to get that guy out of there. Rico, be honest, man. We don't have a single playmaker on our defense. No one's making plays. No, we don't have one guy who is causing a fumble, who is deflecting passes, who is being really disruptive. We played a whole game today, and I don't think we really functionally got close to creating a turnover. How is that possible? You know, the Detroit Lions were struggling coming into the game. So I look at all the first round picks at the D-line. We're doing weird stuff when we rush. Chase Young takes inside rush so often in games, and it seems to be a plan of ours to have him come crash down inside. He should almost exclusively come around the end.
I agree on that.
What coming around the end fast does is move the quarterback off his spot. You know what I'm saying? It'll move him off his spot. And good quarterbacks who aren't that mobile, you just got to move them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Chase Young and Sweat both are using bad techniques. They're trying to bull through people with the old, stick them, knock the guy back, and then move around and maneuver. You use your long arms to straighten the guy up, and maybe you pull him either forward and go around, or you throw him to the side. And I just feel like with teams doing a quick passing game, best thing we should do is we should do what Philly does, that wide line defense. Line Sweat and Chase up really wide and tell them to just come flying off the edge. You know what I'm saying? We gotta change how we attack teams defensively, and we gotta roll the coverage up. He gotta get Troy Apke off the field. I know got hurt, but on that play before, the play that Chase Young caught the flag on, that should have been a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? This guy got behind Apke. You can't put Apke on the field, man. You cannot put that kid on the field. We got to get another guy out there. If Everett's hurt, we got to get another guy. Apke can't play. He is not a functional player. And you're talking about projecting in the off season, man. We need a couple linebackers, man. We ain't got not one guy who I think is NFL high caliber linebacking play. Cole Holcomb is getting moved out in the gaps. So is Sean Deion Hamilton. Bostic is slow. KPL, I don't really think he knows what to do. He's athletic, but he's never hardly he doesn't make the right reads. He's taking bad angles. That's why we never heard of him really before he gets on the Redskins, because he's so reckless in how he plays the game. So we don't have a legitimate good player at the linebacker level. We need to. I think first round, of course. I say Zach Wilson, the BYU quarterback. I'm all in on him. I like him the best out of all the quarterbacks, and it's when I watch him play, he has the most natural feel for the position. He reminds me of Brett Favre. He has that sort of Aaron Rodgers thing, that ability to improvise. It's not like he plays with a bunch of great skill players or great line, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, sort of almost doing it himself. His arm talent is ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? And he's one of those guys that's way more mobile than you believe, you know what I mean? Trey Lance, I don't love him. I'm questioning the competition. I haven't seen enough of him to make a assessment. Of course, Trevor Lawrence. I'm not mad if we go that route. You know what I'm saying? Trevor Lawrence is a great prospect. And Justin Fields, to me, I think he's a feast or famine guy. He looks great right now. He seems to have improved tremendously. I'm just not sure in that Ohio State system are they teaching them how to read defenses. You know what I'm saying? And NFL, if you're not reading coverages, you ain't good. Your physical talent, unless you're a Lamar Jackson and you run a 4.2, you're just not going to be able to dominate games. You know what I'm saying? Just with your arm. So, Ohio State quarterbacks, I'm leery of drafting. Especially after seeing Hampton. I'm not blaming him because I think the kid should have been playing. You know what I'm saying? But he don't know how to read defenses either. You know what I mean? And a lot of it is just recognition. When you don't know how to read defense or weren't taught in college, you really pretty much need 2 or 3 years to sit on the NFL bench to learn how to read defense. You really do need that much time. And so you throw these guys out there and they just struggle. So unless the coach does with McVay does with golf, who didn't know how to read defenses, and you just tailor a simple offensive game plan with complicated formations. You know
babying them. Yeah.
Because it looks like it's complicated offense. It's just the formations that are complicated. You're just running bootleg a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? I think so. You're fooling the defense just because of the way you're aligning yourself, but you really aren't calling that many actually complicated plays that require a lot of defensive reading. But back to this game, man. It was crazy. After we tied it up 27-27, I was like, okay, Detroit was probably going to take a knee. But when I seen them come out for under center, I was like, yo, we going to probably lose this game. It feels alright, but I felt it. I was like, oh my God. They really think we're that bad that they're willing to risk a turnover or something blowing up in these last, what was it, 20 seconds when they got the ball back?
I think it was 16 or 20. Somewhere like impossible. Like I just assumed we were going to overtime and I was getting ready to do something else.
Oh my God. I was like, when I saw him running the offensive play, I was like, oh my God, they're going to win the game. I just had a feeling that some calamity was going to strike us. And it surely did. I didn't like the Chase Young call. I think that's a bad call. You know what I'm saying? Roughing the passer to me should be a matter of what the name of the call is. Roughing the passer. He didn't rough Stafford. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree.
We got to get past this idea of if you hit a guy in the head or up high and all that stuff, I'm okay with it. If you're just pushing a guy, that's not roughing the passer. You're not roughing him. You know what I'm saying?
They made it too cut and dry. They made it too black and white. It's terrible.
It's just that's a horrible call. You know what I mean? And so I'm mad that Chase did it because you want to argue, okay, took 2 steps and whatever. It was just a push. It wasn't that drastic. You know what I mean? But I guess you got to overlook that. But I just don't. I feel like we're getting the best quarterback play we've gotten all season, and we still can't win a game. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Against a formidable, against bad teams. Like, we're not playing good teams, and we still can't win. There's something wrong with our team, and I think it has a lot to do with coaching. Terry McLaurin, I love the guy. I'm like you now. With every game that passed, I'm like, please, just don't get him hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, bubble wrap him.
He plays too hard, and he runs after the catch. And I'm at this point, I'm like, please, don't nobody blow out one of his knees or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because he goes hard. He doesn't give up on a play at all. You know what I mean?
He plays every game like it's the Super Bowl.
Every play.
Yeah.
And so I'm always concerned now. I feel like with each game that dwindles down, like, is there any real benefit to keep running him out there, man? You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
You know, so and you know, I agree with the guy I was saying earlier. I don't think we really need a receiver high in the draft, but I agree with you. If this is a guy sitting in the third round, we got to take a look.
Mm-hmm.
We need a lot, actually. I think we need a lot to fill out this roster, man. Linebackers, tight ends, quarterback. You know, I think we still need a running back. I'm not. Gibson is good and he's developing. I think he needs another guy to push him. I don't think that's Barber. And I just think McKissick, to me, is just another guy. I don't think he's special at all. Yes, he catches passes.
He's basically a healthy Chris Thompson, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And I think we could, if we got another back that was a natural running back, we could slide Gibson to that third down guy role. You know what I'm saying? He could. I'm not giving up on him. I'm just saying that we need, I think, an upgrade in that position to where we get a natural running back. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because that's Bryce Love, but who knows if he's ever going to actually be his old self, if he's ever going to be fully healthy, stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'm a little dis. And we got to get a safety. I mean, we gotta get a couple of safeties at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were talking about free agency on the other show, and I think maybe we can get a veteran in free agency and maybe draft a guy, you know. And we have to have a better draft. I agree with you. Cornelius Lucas, we got to get him back healthy. I thought Moses did pretty well. Morgan Moses as a left tackle. You know, I watched him. That Sharp guy's going to get Alex back in another boot.
David Sharp was not ready.
David Sharp, he's going to be a nightmare moving forward. But Morgan Moses, I thought really played well at left tackle. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I don't know. You were talking about the Bengals. I think the Bengals have horrible pass protection. I mean, they're going to get that guy killed. That guy is getting hit every play, man. Like, Burrow is getting buried.
That's a good point.
That rush, man, every game. You know, and I don't know how he's going to last. You know, but our schedule, man, you know, Giants don't won 2 games in a row, but as soon as they lose the next one, they could spiral into lose confidence and lose 3 or 4. So, unfortunately, it's right there. I feel like maybe 5 games will win it. You know what I'm saying?
Sad.
That's just 3 more wins. You know, 3 more wins. We got Dallas, the Eagles coming in. We can find another win. I'm seriously. I think 5-11 is going to win this division. I don't see any of us in this division getting hot enough to roll off any wins.
Yeah, we're gonna beat each other. That's it.
Yes, the Eagles should be built for that. But Carson Wentz is playing terrible. You know what I'm saying? It's unexplainable why he's playing so bad. You know what I mean? You know, as a guy with his talent, I don't understand what's going on with Philly. So yeah, you know. Is it worth winning the division to get into the playoffs, to host a playoff game to lose? Is that worth it when you could get a... I want my quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I want the Zach kid. I don't want to be the 5-11 playoff team that loses its first playoff game. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that team.
Bruh, and with the 20th pick...
We're in the 4th spot right now?
Yeah, we're in the 4th spot right now, but if we win a division, you're automatically, I think like 22nd or something. So we'll be picking behind teams with 11 wins. It's crazy. Winning a division is terrible. Yeah, if you win a division, you automatically pick behind people that didn't win the division, even if they have 11 wins. It's crazy. Bro, it's bad.
No, we can't win a division. We need to tank, man. I heard somebody saying that earlier. I don't think we have to. I think we're going to lose anyway. But if we do lose, you know, if we stay at 2 wins the rest of the season, I don't think no one's going to catch the Jets. But we could end up second. You know what I'm saying? And to me, second again, I think it's a good spot to be in. But this will be the last year I hope for us to have a high pick. I can't take this anymore, man. But I'm going to wrap it up, man. And I'll talk to you, man. I know you got a lot to do. Appreciate you, man. You do a good job for us all, man. All day long. Let us rant and come at you in the comments. And
I'm chilling.
You handle it, man, like a real pro, man. I think big things are headed for you with this thing, this medium you're on, man.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate that, man. Big compliments, man. And yeah, as always, man, make sure you definitely call back Ivory.
Oh, no doubt.
All right, man.
All right, bro.
Let me bring on A04. Who this?
Hey, yo, this is Fresh Montana. What's up, bro?
All right, bet. Oh, yeah, you did said you wanted to. Oh, yeah, first of all, thank you for the donation, man. You didn't even have to do that, man. I appreciate it. I got you saved in. What you got for the show?
Nah, I support black businesses, bro. But look, check this out, man. I'm from D.C. I watch football. This shit is some... Can I cuss on here, bro?
Yeah, you good. Nah, you straight.
This shit is some bullshit. I like Ron, but Ron on some bullshit, bro. Like, I don't know if the cancer shit works for him or what. Like, I don't know if that don't mess with his mind or something. Cause how the fuck all season you talk about developing players and all that, and then 4 games of the season, Haskins played the hardest team so far, right?
Uh-huh.
I gotta agree that Haskins played the 4 hardest teams other than Alex and Old Boy combined. So you say the division trash, now you want to win the division. What about developing the players? Because we some ass, bro. Ass, bro. Like, all the way ass. It was no point. I see. Now, I'm not saying that Haskins is a guy. I want even a Haskins guy. I like the motherfucking True Lock coming out of Missouri. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But since we got Haskins, I'm a Redskin fan. I'm going to support who we got because I'm a Redskin fan. You feel me?
Agree wholeheartedly.
How do we, you know what I'm saying? How do we know if Haskins is good or bad? Check this out. What's that dude from Buffalo? Josh Allen?
Uh-huh.
Trash 2 years.
Well, terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, horrible. Now look at this dude. Balling. I'm not saying Haskins can do that, but we don't fucking know. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? You put we know who Alex Smith is. These two 300-yard games, that's not who Alex Smith is.
It's not.
We know, as a matter of fact, you remember, all right, so would you not agree that Baltimore's defense is better than Detroit's defense?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I agree.
Okay, so that's what Alex Smith did today was the same thing that Haskins did against Baltimore, bro. The same thing.
Literally. Based, yep, literally.
Check down Charlie is back in full effect, bro. We're having fast receivers if we ain't gonna stretch the field and get no to them. That don't make nigga sense, bro. Man, come on, man. That don't make nigga sense, man.
Well,
And then, I don't know what Jack Del Rio. Like, I like Jack Del Rio. He gotta understand, if you gonna do these exotic bitches or whatever, make sure your secondary is up to par. You can't be doing these exotic bitches. Your secondary ain't up to par, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make nothing Redskins doing this making sense to me, man.
Bro,
None of this making sense.
I'm a wholehearted believer that we're looking good to make it look like we're not tanking, and then at the end of the day, they're just trying to throw the game. Because there's no reason you can tell me, like, we would have an 80-yard drive fumble, 80-yard drive interception. Like, it's got to be on purpose at this point. There's no way we're just that. I just refuse to believe it.
You're right, bro. I feel you 100%. I just want to know, why are we playing Alex Smith? What is it going to gain us? Like, what is it really going to gain us? He's not going to be our quarterback next year. He might not even be here next year. So what is the point of... We're not going to win a division, bro. Division ass, and we bigger ass. But playing Alex Smith. Like, what? I need to know. What is the logical point of playing Alex Smith?
There's some people that still want to win this division and get that 22nd pick and lose 40-10 in the first round just to say we won it.
Exactly. Because they dumb. If we do that, bro, say we do that, then we're going to be in the same revolving door we've been in for the past 20 years, bro. The same revolving door. Like, it just doesn't make sense, man. People got to use football sense, man. Sense, bro. Like, I ain't really got nothing specific to say. I'm going to be honest with you. I holler at Burgundy and Gold fan all day, and I told him, I said, emotionally, I hope we lose. Because I want Ron to feel stupid for the dumb shit he been doing, bro.
So now you for the pick.
I'm Like, I'm like, y'all are Redskins fan, but I don't like stupidity, bro. And I ain't saying Ron is stupid. I like Ron, but Ron is doing some dumb, stupid ass shit.
It's a weird season, bro. It's a weird season.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope Bergen and Dustin, man, mostly, I hope we lose, because I want them to feel dumb as hell, because they just not making any sense. And I ain't even going to hold this show up. My bad for taking so long. I just want to...
Now, you good.
And talk some bullshit.
That's literally what this show is for, man. That's what I'm here for, man. That's literally what I'm here for.
Hey, look, I be looking at certain people's comments, and I'm like, these motherfuckers don't know football. These like. I don't know if they looking at jerseys or they actually looking at the plays. I don't know if they looking at what people actually is doing and what they supposed to be doing. Some people, I don't know what some of these fans be doing, bro. Because they slow as hell, too. To be honest. Like, yo, I'm gonna let it on. Bro, you keep doing your thing. I'm glad I caught you today. I'm a truck driver, so I'm out here just grinding. But goddamn, you keep doing what you do, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate that. Definitely make sure you call in next week, and I got you signed in as Fresh Montana, man. So whenever you call out, you know you ain't just a number. You ain't as 804 when you call in. I'm gonna say what's happening in Fresh Montana. So definitely make sure you pull up for more shows, man. Appreciate that. And it was funny.
That's the best. Shit, I'm about to move to Atlanta. I got a daughter down there. I'm about to move down there, Joan, anyway, young. But that's what it is.
Oh, that's what's up. Come pull up. That's the city, man.
All right.
Alright, and then I'm gonna see what Mari wants to say. He came back on. I want to see what he trying to say, and then we gonna go ahead and end the stream. What's good, Mari? What you got, man? Mari? Huh?
Can you hear me?
Alright, now I can hear you. What's happening?
I'm so glad dude in front of me just called.
Oh,
I don't know what people in the comments, I don't know what football knowledge they be watching. So, I've been playing football all my life. I've been playing football here now in college. I mean, not college, high school years, go to college. But, you know, I just be thinking, in what grade groups are y'all in to the point where y'all want to win a division? Just to be like, oh yeah, we won a division. We won a division. They got knocked out first round.
Bro, my friends ain't going for none of that at all. If it ain't a chip, don't bring it up.
We go 9-7 at best now. First of all, let me make this clean and simple. We're either going, we're definitely not going 9-7 because we're not beating those Seahawks. I think we got the Eagles. I got us losing the rest of the games of the season, to be honest. Hopefully. Because at this point, it's just pointless. We at best go 7-9, 6-10, and if we win a division, then this is the worst division in football.
Hey, it ain't no bragging rights in that for me. We win this division, I think that actually puts a bigger target on my back with my friends. They're like, look at how I look at you. You ain't getting a quarterback. You about to be terrible for the next 10 years.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we won the division, then we lost first round, and now we got the 25th pick. A great season. Exactly what they wanted. Exactly what people in my friend group is looking for us to do. Dumb stuff like that.
I have Cowboys fans and everything that are rooting for us to win games. When it's Cowboys fans that want the Redskins to win games, the Burgundy and Gold to win games, that's when you know we shouldn't. Like, I have Burgundy and Gold fans, Giants fans. I'm trying to think that my 49ers friend, he's trying to tank. He wants a quarterback over Jimmy Garoppolo. He's rooting for us to win games. If fans of other teams want you to win games, you know it's something wrong.
Yeah. When a Cowboy fan wants a Washington Redskins fan to win a game, that's when you know your season should be over right there.
Yeah, bro, it's done. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Because never, ever in the last 10 years have I ever heard of a random Cowboys fan walk up and say, yeah, I'm rooting for Washington.
Bro, me and my boy Jam, he from Memphis. He a Cowboy fan, bro. We be rooting for each other teams. We be hyping each other up too. I be like, that boy Ben DiNucci gonna look good this Sunday, huh? Y'all about to get this dub.
out and said, I really want to see y'all beat the Lions today. And that's what
But, bruh, my Cowboys fan was rooting for the Lions like he was a Lions fan today. I mean, he was rooting for us. He was rooting for us today, like he was against the Lions.
Rico, I just saw you get back to text this morning and said, "There's no way y'all lose to the Lions today." Good defense. When I heard that, Rico, all right, cool.
That was the ultimate jinx.
My friend Rant, never fan. I gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. But they, Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season, and he said, I gotta give him. He said at the beginning of this season, he said we went 8-8 without Big Ben, and we're gonna be able to come up there and go undefeated. They can't know now, so you can't really tell.
Yeah, he called it. He definitely called it.
Waiting for my Jets prediction to go through, so everybody can hop on the bandwagon, and I can be the first person to say I
Well, I say you gonna need at least like another 5 months before we get to see if that's true or not.
Yeah, but I'm just keeping my video clip from November and September.
Oh yeah, it's stamped. It's stamped. We got receipts. If it happens, you getting credit.
I'm so glad you were in front of the call because I don't know what type of football I'm like. And after the Eagles game, already like it's no way this is gonna be a winning team. But that 1-0 put so much hope. I guess it's been a while since we've seen the team start off 1-0, but that 1-0 put so much hope in their hearts, and that they just gonna crush. And we only won one more game that we won.
Yeah, bro. That second half did put a lot of false hope into this fan base, and I feel sorry for a lot of the people that actually believed in it. I really do, cause I mean I saw it and I was like, But I do feel sorry for the people that like they want to win the division, cause I mean honestly, for somebody like me that wants a top pick, I'm not really stressed, cause I think we're actually bad enough to not even need the tank. I think we're just bad enough to really lose most of these games coming at the end of the season.
But I think what messed a lot of people up is after that first game is that I don't think nobody really looked at the fact that the Eagles were so beat up and the fact that they should have never even been up 17-3.
Yeah.
They had no O-linemen. Miles Sanders out, Deshaun Jackson out, Alshon Jeffrey out, what's his name? Jalen Razor out. No, not Jalen Razor. It was I can't think of other dude's name. He got another 19.
Yeah.
They got 3 receivers out, a running back out, lineman out, and they had Jalen Fields out.
Yeah, and Travis Fulgham wasn't even who he is yet.
Yeah. There's no way they should have been up 17. Dang, God, Carson Wentz. Without him, we'd be 1-9.
Yeah, 1-8. Yeah.
Man, I know Bill Belichick down there in New England. I know he's mad though because he had an opportunity to get here.
Yep.
I know he's mad.
Yeah, I think Shea, the Patriots fan, he wants to lose the rest of his game so he can get a quarterback.
Yeah, the Patriots look at this 3-5. They probably I thought they were gonna take Jordan Love last year. They probably, but Jordan Love, he actually now Jordan Love is one quarterback. You could call him the other than when he actually, but I think he actually does need the time to develop. Like they said, I don't think he's ready yet. By the time Aaron Rodgers is done, I think he'll be ready by then. But you could just tell he doesn't look ready right now.
Yeah, it might be like 2-3 years before Jordan Love plays.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm about to go ahead and dip up out of here. I definitely appreciate you calling back because every time you call back, you come with some funny stuff too. It's like you get the burgundy and gold facts out the way the first time you call. The second time you call, you come in the rant and then like how you really feel.
That's some funny stuff from a funny organization. This whole organization, like Jack Del Rio, especially, he makes you want to love him so much, and then like he just makes you like last thing. It's so sad to the point where if you're a fan of this team, anytime an opposing quarterback winds up to throw, you just know it's gonna be complete.
Boy, I mean, even right there, right before the game ended, how open Buddy was, and Matthew Stafford didn't even really overthrow him. The guy just slowed down for no reason. That could have been a touchdown to win the game instead of a field goal.
This man Troy actually had to be the biggest training camp practice hero. That's what we call him in middle school, high school. That guy that play offense and defense and know the plays through walkthroughs, and he make all the plays, but then he get to the game and he don't do nothing. There is no way that he must have. Terry McLaurin, Steven Sims, somebody must have been telling him to play before the play, because there is no way you look that good in training camp and look how he looked. He had one job to play deep and don't let anything behind him. And if that's an accurate throw from Matthew Stafford, that's a touchdown. The game is over. Wait for that score.
Yep. Without the field goal, before the Chase Young penalty.
Yeah, that man, he had to get practice. But a lot of people going back to that side area read because if they chase Everett out the next week, any people who is hoping for us to still win, you might as well just get it off.
Wait, I didn't even pay attention to DeShazer Everett's injury. Is he really out next week? It was that bad?
I mean, Troy actually played the rest of the game, so I was thinking that it was that bad because there was still a good 6-7 minutes left, and we were actually pushing down the stretch before to win that game. I think Brown was sitting back out, so I think he did that bad.
Dang, that's gonna suck. DeShazer Everett hurt. That's boy. Joe Burrow about to eat. I'm not gonna lie.
The shape of Everett, you can tell like the Everett is very, he's been around this team for a long time, and the fact that like when plays are being made, you can it's either two ways it can be known as good. When you're always there to make the play, or when your name is never being called around the play.
Yep. I never want to hear my free safety's name called.
Yeah, but I mean, every that practice squad offers demo for you. You come to the practice squad and you can activate you and get that contact and do the next season. That's all we do here. You know, they want to having to draft another thing.
Bro, why are y'all? Alright. They do need to go use the bathroom, so. Alright, man. My boy Mari, man. As always, man, definitely call in next week. And Timothy said you on speakerphone and across the room from the phone. I can hear you, but I can see how they might not be able to hear you through the stream. Because, I mean, if you're through the phone and then I got you coming out the phone to the mic, I do have to develop a better system for y'all to call in. I'm going to get one eventually. But yeah, Mari, man. You say what?
I said my bowels get ready for work, so I was like back up.
Are you good? I can hear you, but I guess they said they can't really hear you. But yeah, man, appreciate you calling in, Mari. I'll catch you next week, man. Have a good evening.
All right, man.
Alright. Alright, y'all, man. I appreciate everybody that called in as always, man. I appreciate y'all in the comments. I appreciate everybody that liked the stream before they dipped up out of here, you know what I'm saying? I saw y'all saying the David Bakhtiari news. I'm pretty sad about that. But I already, I got to the point that with how Cornelius Lucas was playing, how with him being healthy, I liked the way he was playing. I was pretty good. I mean, I was like, give him an extension, pay him probably half of what Bakhtiari's making, and let him be a pretty good left tackle for you. He has the intangibles, the traits and stuff. I mean, he's like what 6'6", 6'7", something crazy, really long arms. If you can get him right, and it looks like he's been playing pretty well. then he can be like a really good left tackle for us in the future. I don't want to end up with another Eric Flowers situation and he end up leaving for easy money just because we didn't want to pay him a little bit more money. Sign Cornelius Lucas long term. I think he can be our answer at left tackle. And then figure out left guard. I mean, we can see if Sadiq Charles can end up coming back healthy. Maybe get a Joe Thuney from the Patriots just in case. You know what I'm saying? And then we have a top half of the league offensive line. I think that's at least top 16. But yeah, man, I guess the Chargers gonna try and kick an onside kick. See, I have seen nothing of these 4 p.m. games. That's crazy. I'm gonna go watch them literally as soon as I end this stream. Rico, even though we lost the game, it was entertaining. Boy, super entertaining. Plus, we move one step closer to a top 10 pick. Yes, sir. We have the 4th pick right now. But yeah, man, I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all already know, man, I'm gonna be coming out with videos throughout the week. Definitely pull up. As always, on Friday nights, me and Shay, the broadcast show, every Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. And as always, I'm going to live stream during the games on Sundays, and then we're going to take an hour break, come back for the post-game live stream like this. And yeah, man, I'm going to catch y'all throughout the week on these videos, and the soonest live stream I'll be doing will be Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. If our offense was there in the first half, we would have won. Agreed. If Dustin Hopkins wouldn't have missed the kick, we would have won. But yeah, man, I'll catch y'all throughout this next week, and I appreciate y'all pulling up. I'm out.